Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with lift number 8 in the 14 days of lockdown lifts over at Scrap Squad, and they've really picked a beautiful one today. This is, it's lots of layers, kind of bright patterns, an adorable photo, repeated layers but not exactly the same. This orange piece is missing from this cluster, but it's added down here along with that floral. So, and there are a couple of small doilies in there. Well, I'm completely fresh out of small doilies, and that's just not something that I'm gonna risk my life for to go to the store and shop for. I may see if I can order some online. I really didn't know that I was missing those until I just checked. So let me put this here where it's handy. Okay, just to cover how I'm going to interpret it, where you see the denim paper here, I'm going to use this bright pink grid paper, and I'm actually going to use that as as they did with that layer. They repeated it in the frame. So I've cut 3/4 of an inch from my base paper, and I will tell you in a minute what that is. It is by Pebbles, I think, and I'm not sure what the line is, but it's old. It's been around for a while, and I like it because it has a similar confetti-like look to it. The colors aren't exactly the same as the ones I'm using, but they're similar enough to this Amy Tangerine. This is not Amy Tangerine. It's Dear Lizzie New Day with these multicolor hearts that have all the pinks and purples and lime greens and yellows in them. And then I have some clouds that I have die cut out of this Bright and Brave Illustrated Faith by Bella Boulevard. And I have some, I'm going to be using this green. This is kind of a hoarded paper. It's Little Yellow Bicycle, and it's the poppy line, and the back of it is this gorgeous yellow. I'm trying to look for the year, and I may have cut that off, or it may not be on there. So I'll put that aside. And as I said, this is Dear Lizzie New Day. So I'm going to put that aside. So this is where I'm starting. And you will notice that in this, there is a pink, but it's more of a salmon pink. And I'm using this really bright fuchsia pink. And that's not going to bother me because I'm going to use so much of it on the page. So I've got, for embellishments, I have quite a few things that would get me Calvinball points. I have matted the photo in what is possibly one of my oldest supplies. This green glitter paper from a cardstock, a set of 4.5 by 6.5 inch cardstock mats by Die Cuts with a Few. So that's gonna go off to the side. And the photo is one of Ava. She saw this photo in my phone and decided to add the unicorn when she was playing. She was about 5, I think, when she started playing with phone apps. And the bib here is the bright pink, and the lime green polka dots. She's got this little unicorn horn she's looking up. The reason she put that horn on there is she didn't like that we took the photo with her little dirty face from eating. She's sitting in her high chair at the time. She was maybe 9 months old when this was taken. So I love that picture. Okay, I have already cut the papers into the, I'm gonna kind of let this here, into the clusters. I've got this and this and then this kind of off to the side, and then I'm going to staple them together into this form, and that the hearts here look a little bit abstract, and that's okay. Okay, that kind of keeps that together. And instead of 2 small doilies, I'm going to use 1 large one kind of right in the center. And I'll let that kind of define the lacy element, if you will. Yeah, that's okay. That's good. So then this cluster is going to go here. I'm going to mat the I'll add a little bit of foam beneath the cluster. And I'll kind of leave a lot of the edges open for inserting I'm going to put foam behind the photo as well. I could insert embellishments, and I'm going to try to, this is another one, I'm going to try to kind of stick to the design as much as possible. Not really overdo the embellishing. I have possibilities for embellishments. I know for sure that I want to use these clouds because they're a different version of that same hot pink, and I want to repeat that hot pink as much as possible because it isn't in the background. And the card, as in the design here, there's a Hello Sunshine Project Life card there, and I found these some Project Life cards that are like they're on watercolor paper, and they're like cut files. So I'm going to back this cut file with this green paper, but first I want to watercolor it. And I think I'm going to watercolor it. I've got a little bit of yellow paint on here already. I'm kind of maybe just I'm going to water that down a bit more, kind of see if I can get it to really kind of ombre down Okay, that's acceptable to me. It's working as I had hoped that it would, and it's drying quickly. This is nice, thick watercolor stock. And I think this also brings out another color. Brighten the yellow up here so you get the ombre effect. Okay. Okay, and that worked out great. I love the color and I love the effect. And it brings in a yellow from the background pattern paper there. And I think it's gonna look great over this green. Let me get some stuff here. I love this green scripty paper, and every time I fall in love with a little yellow bicycle paper, it just makes me sad that they're gone. Okay, so this one is going to get layered over this hot pink, and the flowered paper is going to come out a little on each side. That's going to go up, and this is going to go over. There we go. I can do that. Actually, that's a little higher than I want because I do want it showing below the card. Okay, and here that works. Okay, that goes here. Let me put a little foam back here. I don't want to put it too low. Okay, now this next little cluster, I'm going to overlap the green. Well, actually, I'm going to bring it all the way down and then move that over. I ought to use a little bit of that yellow. I have lost it. Okay, let me put this so that the script is showing. I'll maybe raise it up a little bit so that you still get some of that pink in with it. And then I'm gonna go here, and then we'll figure out what embellishments we wanna add into the mix. I'll line that up. I really don't want to do that. I'm going to line it up so that it breaks that line. So that you notice it so much better if it's kind of broken this line. Okay, I still have some fun. Now, I'm going to go through the embellishments I have. I do know that instead of these little kind of wood flare pieces, I guess they're called buttons, in most of the collections that put them out. I'm using some brads from this Wander, My Mind's Eye Wander by Jen Allison, and it's a camping, exploring kind of line, but it has some images that I think are appropriate, or cute anyway. So I'm going to do, let's see, where, that's a pen. I'm gonna very inelegantly punch. This pink paper, pink and white paper is very thin. I don't know what brand it is. It came in a bulk pack at Tuesday Morning a while back. This has a green background, this and it's a little campfire, so it's just kind of cute. All right, and the original has this little kind of thing that says sweet, and I have this little snail, and it just for a baby picture, it's just very cute. There's a flower down here, and I have flowers that are kind of in the color scheme, and I have some tropical greenery. Now these are not tropical flowers, but I think they work. I think that works. So I'm gonna do that. And I'll layer it up under the card there. And then this is vellum. I think this is from Wild Heart by Crepe Paper from a couple years back. I'm going to put this between these two layers. Okay, and going up here, we've got a cloud. It's a kind of a double or triple layered cloud, and I kind of thought I could do something like this. I tell you what I am gonna do. I'm going to, one of the things that's attractive about this cloud is it's 3 different layers. There's a white layer, then there's looks like a burlap layer, and then another white layer, and it's all stitched together. So I'm not gonna do layers, but I think if I outline this with my white pen, it adds a definition to it, and just it kind of gives it a sense of being layered or being stitched or something. Some of that, it adds some of the same detail. So I think that just really makes that pop. And so I'm going to go back up and put those where they need to be, kind of right in here. And then I'm going to layer the other one offset from it and on a piece of foam. So let me get a foam dot that gives me a lot of foam here. So there. Okay, so I've got that. Now I want to use another of these brads. This one's kind of a globe look, and I thought that might be nice. Let me get some adhesive there. I layered up the photo, and then I put purplish blue photo corners on it. I've got, let's see. For some reason, the photo's curling up. Where there isn't foam. It may be the glitter paper, so that kind of bridges that foam gap. Okay, so those are there. Where did I put my, here's my globe one. I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use my rough scissors, and I'm going to cut these little brad pieces. I don't really want to stick those, so I'm going to cut those off and let them just fly all over the table. I'll worry about it later. I'm probably not going to clean my craft room until Calvinball is over, and that's the last day is tomorrow. On April 1st, I do cleaning and housework and stuff. This is so cute, and I'm gonna kind of just put it there over that, and I may layer a smaller tropical leaf under here. I'm kind of holding back on that. Was there something else that would get me Calvinball points? How about a pink feather that I could kind of let's see. I had cut the top of this feather off. It's really hard to pick up feathers. Did you ever notice that? Let's see. And I want to put it here with just the edges showing so that you can't tell that it has a slashed top. So I just got new glue delivered yesterday, and there's enough in these bottles that though I really need new glue, I just can't justify okay, that's coming out. Now I have to go back over here and do some surgery on that, or some extra gluing. I'll stuff it up under there, and when the glue dries, it'll hold it. Okay, so there's that. I have a little, one of the things I liked was this line of text right here, and I've got something I could use, but I think I'm going to do the flowers that will hide this part. I've got a large tropical leaf here that can go. Let me get that off and kind of put it up under, kind of like that. And then I'll use another one of these flowers, maybe like that. Okay, that works. There. I'm getting down to the last of my fussy cut cocoa vanilla flowers, and I hate it. I think these two are my last ones. Okay, so that's there, and I actually might tuck this one in under here, just to reinforce that pretty pink and to give me more of a kind of a platform for this. I'm going to use, since this is kind of a it says, let's see, there's all good, babes, worry less, live more, hard eyes. But what I like is for reals. And so I'm going to use that. And these are meant to be, there's a piece of paper on the top. They're meant to be glittered or somehow colored. And I'm going to try to use them white. And if that doesn't work, I may add some glitter, and it might be just white glitter because the top is coming off. Okay, so I should color them now before putting them on the layout, but I'm not going to because I'm filming and I really don't want to do that. They're sticky and sticking to each other. Let me get that pressed down. And I will definitely be doing something on there to get rid of the stickiness. Okay. More little embellishments. I've got this tiny camera, and I thought it might be cute. I've got two cameras. One, they're both tiny. This one has the pink and the polka dots. So maybe I'll kind of tuck it in there. I can do that. And I realize that when I do this close work, you're not able to see it. I don't want to hide the little heart. So I'm going to do that. Okay, that will stick in there. Let me put that aside. I noticed that on this little guy here, there's a label, and I guess that's a tab. I can use this as a tab right there. If I do that, I want it to be propped up on a pop dot because this is lifted by some foam. Let me get this back up in my framework. I've taped my framework here, and then I line up the camera with that. Okay, there. And let me look for something that I could use as a label there. I kind of like this. This is a tab, but I'm going to call it a label. I'm going to kind of put it right here. And it'll barely show under those feathers, but it's just an additional little detail. There is a spot right under here that has a date stamp, and I will do that. I have to get, I'll do that after I do this glitter on here, or whatever I do there. I've got another one of these brads that I'm going to cut the what do you call those things? Tails, clips, those thingies. Okay, let me do another pop dot. This one might need a smaller pop dot. I'll go with this, and I'm going to make this part of the cluster down here. It shows it kind of up in the field, and that's good because I think I want to put a butterfly there, and I did some acrylic painting in demoing a certain, these are not my fussy cutting scissors, these are the ones I cut things off with. Let me pull my fussy cutting scissors. And I had this scrap left over and decided to punch it. So I used a border punch. Do that so that it kind of curls up here over the green, because that's where it needs some depth. Now I'm going to see, I've got some journaling that I thought could go there. I've actually put this guy a little close to it, but that's okay. I think I can use this guy here, just for the hell of it, and for the Calvinball point, of course. Let's see, do I want to do that there? Or kind of stick it in here off to the side. I still want it there. Okay, that has a little bit of gold foiling, and it has a rainbow colored party hat, and it has a bow. So those are all Calvinball points, and it's not obvious that I've put those there. Now I have another one of these flowers, and I don't want to use the whole thing. I need a smaller flower here. So I'm going to cut this blue one out. It's going to pick up some of the pink petals, and I'll try to round that so that it doesn't look too... It's a little hard to fussy cut those, and yet I needed to. I wanted to so much. Okay, there. That's good, but it still looks like I need something here. So let me get this here and see if I have anything that could go there. I have a sloth with some balloons. Oh, why not? It's a kid's page. Why not have some childish elements? It's not too much of a departure from the design, and it just adds a little bit of fun. So that's there. I've got a little tiny strip of stars that could maybe go... This is a branding strip from a Kaisercraft paper that I used a couple days ago. Let me put that there. Stars no longer get points in Calvinball, but there are stripes and dots, and it just is an extra bit of interest. I have an arrow here that is another branding strip piece, and I don't have any arrows, and I love arrows. That's probably one of my most favorite embellishments next to flowers. And this one doesn't have exactly the right colors. It's got perfect colors for the background paper. You can tell I'm doing this one kind of as I go along because I hadn't already done this fussy cutting. I did a layout a couple days ago. I began seeing a lot of points in branding strips, and I decided to do a page where almost all the points were branding strips. I put a few other elements in the photo cluster, but other than that, it was branding strips. So let me get this out of the way. That might be nice there. And I'm just going to glue it down. Don't want to try to stick a pop dot under it or give it any dimension, which I usually like to do. But there's a lot of dimension going on. So let me kind of insert it there under the feathers. Okay. That's good. I think I don't have anything else that I need to use other than I wanted to add this pretty blue airplane. And I like airplanes flying into clouds or around clouds. That one kind of went at an angle. And I have this little geotag that I thought could go, do I want it there where it would show up against the white and it would add that pink color there, or do I want it on this green? I'm going to put it on the green. It's getting kind of cluttered down here. I'm not having luck with my fingers today. Okay. There we go, and that's wet glue, and I hate putting my last element on with wet glue because it means I can't lift it up. The last thing I'm going to do is put a couple of word strips, and I've got a cute one. This is Dream Big by Simple Stories. I won this collection in a bingo game over at Mind the Scrap, their Cybercrop. Oh, and it just reminds me that I need to go sign up. They've got a Cybercrop coming, I think this weekend. It's a lockdown Cybercrop or a medically induced Cybercrop, isolation Cybercrop. I forget exactly what name Emma has given to it, but I'm sure it's funnier than any of those I thought of. And Emma's Cybercrops are always incredible. And I'll have my room all cleaned up. Okay, where am I going to put I Believe in Fairies? I think right here, and it's the exact right color of pink, isn't it? And what else do I have from here that I could use? We don't need the unicorn horn. We've got butterfly. You are adorable. Sparkle. Oh, be unique. That's Ava. And I could put that right here. And that I will also put some, I'll cut some foam to put behind it. Okay, there we go. And I'll put tape on it, and then I'll fold the tape back and have it cross that line. I have some other word strips here that I thought might be good. Where's my other glue? I have to do some glue maintenance just to be sure I still have any viable glue. I've got, this says, says pajamas, kind of care, kind of don't. There was something on here that I thought was cute. I will rock this. Throw sass around like confetti. That's cute. Yeah, I don't think so. Not gonna, nothing just kind of stands it. This unique is what I was gonna use, but the be unique is even better. This one says hilarious, and it's got some little pink dots on it, so I am just going to put this right here. Okay, and everything else I'll save for the next time. Okay, this is it. And the You Make Me Smile is the title. I've got my ombre and some of the little elements that they've got. I love this layout. I really do. I like it better than I thought I would when I was pulling the paper choices. So thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. And I'm really enjoying these lockdown lifts. So thank you very much, Scrap Squad, for doing them and for being so gracious for me, let me post them. So let me pull my little remote and see if I can turn the camera off. I'll let that be my closing shot, right?